Okay, so this is our sports question mark segment where we take something going on in the sports world and we do a deeper dive on it to kind of explain the nuances to some of the newer fans out there. So, with that being said, this week we're hearing all about in the sports news. It's Micah Parsons and the situation that he's in. Um, so just some interesting tidbits to start us off here with the Dallas Cowboys. This is the third year in a row that they've had some sort of contract issue like this. And typically what we've seen, right, is that Jerry Jones, the owner, just kind of like does his master negotiating, as some say, and he just pays what they ask for.
Yep.
So that's kind of what we've seen in the past. We have not seen that yet this year with this situation. Instead, Micah Parsons puts out a big thing on his, was that on his story? It was like 3 pages long on his, I
Yeah.
think it was on his story, or was it an
Yeah.
actual
It
post? I
was a
don't know.
big post.
Yeah. Just explaining how he doesn't want to be a cowboy anymore and he wants to trade. So that's the baseline. Josh, do you have more information to fill in there?
Yeah. So to quick deep dive, Micah Parsons has been one of the most productive defensive linemen in the last 4 seasons, if you look at it. He's also 26 years old, so he's young. And he's just, I mean, he is a phenomenal player. He is by far their best defensive player on that team. They've got a couple other studs on defense, but Micah Parsons is the guy. He's the guy. He's the leader of the defense. So, with that being said, he's earned his contract. He's already had 3 other teammates, including CeeDee Lamb, come out and say, "Hey, just pay this guy what he's worth. He's earned the contract. Just pay it to him."
Uh-huh.
So, speaking of CeeDee Lamb, like you mentioned, this is the third year that the Cowboys have had an issue in the offseason with one of their all-stars. So this year it's Micah Parsons wanting a new contract, which he is owed. He should be somewhere in the 30, like upper 30s, maybe even above TJ Watt. Um,
Yeah.
but two, last year you had CeeDee Lamb, who Jerry Jones procrastinated paying him. Other
Mhm.
wide receivers got huge contracts last season, and inevitably, at the very end of the offseason, Jerry Jones pays CeeDee Lamb after this whole summer of drama, and he pays
Yep.
him more money than everyone else because he had to. Rewind 1 year further, 2 years ago, you had Dak Prescott up for a new contract. They had a whole bunch of offseason drama about, oh, are they going to pay Dak Prescott? If they don't pay him, who are they going to move on to? Who will be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? Spent the whole summer talking about that, only for at the end of the offseason, them to pay Dak Prescott the highest quarterback salary at that point in time. So, continually, year after year, Jerry Jones, who has said that he is a master negotiator in the past, has procrastinated paying. Other people sign contracts at the same position, move the market rate up for those players, and the next thing you know, he's got to pay more money than if he would have just saddled up and paid them at the beginning of the offseason.
Yeah.
So that kind of sums it up. But yeah, Micah Parsons, 26. I think the only like familiar situation like this would have been when the Khalil Mack trade happened a few years back. He was 27. He was also an elite defensive player. And Adam Schefter had a breakdown of it, but basically, I mean, Cowboys could probably get a haul for trading Micah Parsons, but also you're going to have a huge hole on your team if you do
Uh-huh.
that. So
Uh-huh.
we will see what happens here.
So he's like come straight out and said he wants to be traded.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a world where the Cowboys keep him?
Yeah, for sure. Because if you remember back a couple months ago, Miles Garrett also said that he wanted to be on a team other than the
Oh, this is
Browns,
true.
and then they paid him
Yeah.
$40 million, and he was like,
As soon as
"I'm
he got that
excited to
check,
be
he's
back." So,
so happy to be here.
yeah.
Well, and it's interesting too because Micah Parsons has been vocal about like he always wanted to be on America's team and like make America's team great again, you know? So, yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Fun fact. When they were coming up with who was going to be America's team for football, they approached the Pittsburgh Steelers first, and the Steelers said, "Nah, we don't want it." And so then Cowboys said, "We'll do it."